Alright, so here we are for round 4. Currently 1 and 2. Won round 1, or won the first match. Lost the second match to a timeout. Our opponent was technically dead, but there's nothing. They don't have to concede on MTGO. Nothing making them. And then lost a close, or well, not really that close, but lost match 3 against the same deck that we played against match 1. So this is a pretty obvious mulligan. No lands. Nothing you can really do. That is also a pretty atrocious hand. This is effectively a 4-card hand because these 2 cards don't really do anything until you're killing your opponent. And we can't cast anything else, so we will mulligan again. This is a decent 5-card. Yeah, 5-card hand. We'll keep it. In the blind, do I want a pact? No, we really want a second land. If we get like Thoughtseizes on turn 1, like we're just not doing anything in this game. Like it's gonna be so bad. But what can you do? Move on to, I guess. Oh wow, really? Are we getting? Okay, Elvish Mystic. That's fine. So this is Green Black Elves. All right, that's good. No, we don't need more mana. We need a white spell. So yeah, this is Green Black Elves. I like to sideboard and Leyline here because sometimes they bring in discard spells, and Shaman of the Pack actually targets. So one of their huge sources of damage is just like a really fast Shaman or two. They dump their hand, play a Shaman, deal a bunch of damage to you. Well, it's actually a loss of life, which is notable because Angel's Grace doesn't stop it. Do I want to? Yeah, we have like plenty of mana, so I'm actually just gonna Serum here too, to try to set up to find a white spell as fast as we possibly can. That's the only way we're winning this. So, preferably a Unlife over an Angel's Grace. This is one of those matchups I talked about in the deck tech that like there are matchups where Angel's Grace is better and there are matchups where Unlife is better. And game 1 in this matchup, typically Unlife is better because a lot of lists don't play like a one of Reclamation stage. Like they don't have a way to get rid of it, and it could buy you a ton of turns. Okay, so we know he has an Azuri in his hand, so we really got to find something quick. Yeah, there's Azuri, and then he has an additional 4 mana, so he can Coco. Or another Archdruid. That's also pretty scary. 1, 2, 3. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can activate this twice. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. We absolutely need to find a Phyrexian Unlife like as soon as possible. Hopefully the sleight of hand that I left on top will find us what we need. No such luck. Play this. There's no reason to hold this in my hand, so hopefully we don't die this turn, and then we draw a white spell. Do we have enough mana to... Yeah, okay. So even if we draw an Unlife, we can kill him this next turn too, so that's fine. Hopefully he doesn't go like Heritage Druid, Dwennan's Elite into another 1-drop, and well, okay, so he kills us by going Heritage Druid, Dwennan's Elite, activate. Each of these activate for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 mana, so that's 14. Plus an additional 3 from those is 17. So you can activate Azuri 3 times. So that's 13. Yeah, that's plenty enough. But looks like he doesn't have that start. I still think we might be dead. Is this a Coco? Or is this double Azuri activation? Okay, so there's one Azuri activation. Oh, are we still dead? Yeah, we're still dead. That's another 6 damage, right? So it's 13. Yeah, it's 19 damage. Yep. I mean, what can he do? Mold a 5 on the draw against elves? Like, I mean, yeah, we're dead. Okay, so elves. These two are good. I don't like bringing in all 4 leyline. Maybe like 2. Spoils is bad. Pact is bad. Echoing Truth is probably fine. Trim on some sleight of hands, I guess. 2 sleight of hands. Oh, Mystical Teaching is bad. We don't have time to cast that spell. So I'm gonna bring in a. Do I want a Slaughter Pact or a Path of Negate or a Path to Exile? I think a Path. Yeah, because Azuri can regenerate, but you know this stops him. So being on the draw, I still kind of like Lotus Bloom, but there is an argument to like trim one for like maybe another leyline. But we'll try this out and see what happens. I think this is a reasonable sideboard plan. Maybe yeah, maybe I am thinking maybe one another leyline. If we win this next game, then I will think about it. Think about bringing it in for game 3. But like, it's not even that great because like game 1, he didn't even play a shaman. Like we never saw one, and we still died super quick. So, Vendilion Clique is also another consideration, maybe. But well, this hand's good. So we just need to find a white spell, and we have a way to interact with our opponent. So this can hit like an early an early what's the 3-mana guy? The Archdruid. Or an Azuri. Azuri's like the real big one you gotta watch out for, but you know. Turn 1 Dork. Archdruid. So now the consideration is like, alright, let's see what we draw first. Spirit Guide. That's not great because we already have like a ton of mana. So ooh, that's actually interesting. So depending on what he does next turn, we might actually just cast this Ad Nauseam for value. So maybe on his draw step, we path his dude, cast Ad Nauseam on his end step. So like it shuts him off of a bunch of mana. Like he'll have 4 mana at most in his next turn. And he probably won't be dealing us that much damage. He'll probably want to use this for mana for that turn. So like this might be super greedy. We could just wait until his end step, but I just don't want to let him untap with this guy. Well, I guess he could use it now. So if he has like a company, he gets value off of it, but yeah. And the reason, like, this is just a force of habit with Path to Exile, but the reason you do it on the draw step is like a lot of modern decks don't play that many basics. So if they happen to draw their basic, like their last basic in their deck, and then you path their dude, like it's just free exile. Like they don't get anything back from it. So okay, so there's a Null Sentinel. Don't have Heritage. Well, like there's a Heritage Druid. Like yeah, but as long as we don't take a bunch of damage this turn, because we're effectively at 19, because we're gonna tap this City of Brass. So, and we have to kill him with we'll have 8 mana available to us. So actually, we can kill him with either one, right? Because 4 lands, this, and we can burn 1 Spirit Guide. Yeah, I don't. He probably has like a shaman in his hand, which why yeah, yeah, there's a shaman. Okay. So we're taking 5 here. We're going to go to 15. So we're going to go to 14. We're at 14 effectively. Yep. 15. Move to your end step, please. Sure. Okay, black. Black. That resolves. Oh, wait, we won't have the Spirit Guide. Right? Yeah, because we have to use it now. So, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. And we can't use a Spirit Guide. So we have to find another Ad Nauseam and Angel's Grace. There's an Angel's Grace. Shit. Okay. So now we can keep going, but being at 3 is kind of scary. Jeez. Yeah, I'm just not gonna repeat it. We're not dead because we have Angel's Grace in our hand. So, unless he has another Shaman. If he has another Shaman, we're super dead. But like, we're not beating it anyway. So, unless we draw an Unlife here, Unlife saves us. Cast this. We did not draw an Unlife. Do I want to play the Scryland? Yes. Because we need to find an Ad Nauseam ASAP. That is not an Ad Nauseam. Play that for 2. And I'm going to... so there's a trick you can do with CD Brass where if you're like at 1, it doesn't matter here. But with Angel's Grace, this is a trigger, so you can respond to it. So you tap this for a white mana, and in response to the trigger, you Angel's Grace. So if you're at 1, you just stay at 1, because it does deal you damage. So that's a pretty neat little thing. But if he has if he just has a Shaman here, we're super dead, so. That would explain like why he didn't play the last card in his hand. So it's either like a Coco or Cord, which is effectively another Shaman, or it was another Shaman. Which if it's a Cord or a Shaman, we're super dead. Because like it could be an Azuri, that's fine. We'll go to 1. It could be a Reclamation Sage, that's fine. Yeah. I feel like he has a company in his hand. Right, so like in response to this trigger, we'll Angel's Grace. So we're gonna go to 1. And if he has any way to put another Shaman to play, we're dead. This is so weird, like, the decks we've been playing against aren't really... Yeah, so there's another Shaman. This is Loss of Life, right? Yeah. Yep. It's so weird that, like, all the decks we've been playing aren't really decks you see a whole lot of. Like, especially in Paper Magic. I actually did play against Green Black Elves the other day at my LGS, and it was my only loss, actually, of the night. I'm still not entirely sure on the sideboard. I think it was fine. It's really hard to tell how many Leylands you want to bring in, because sometimes they have Shaman to kill you, and sometimes they don't need it. But, you know. Yep, so they got us. And I will see you for the fifth and final round.